Iceland, a land of ethereal beauty and untamed wilderness, captivates with its awe-inspiring landscapes and mythical allure. This island nation, tucked away in the North Atlantic, boasts cascading waterfalls, steaming geysers, and vast glaciers that seem to whisper secrets of ages past. In this video, we're going to discover 30 interesting facts about Iceland. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to never miss new videos. Take a look at the description for some travel tips. Iceland is one of the few countries in the world without a single McDonald's restaurant. The fast food chain tried to establish a presence in Iceland in the late 1990s, but due to high operating costs and economic challenges, the only McDonald's restaurant in the country closed its doors in 2009. Since then, Iceland has been entirely McDonald's-free, making it a unique exception among nations with a global fast food presence. Phallological Museum, also known as the Penis Museum, located in the capital city, Reykjavik, is a museum dedicated to the study and display of penises from various animal species, including mammals, birds, and marine life. Founded by Sigurður Hjartarson in 1997, the museum started with just a single bull's penis and has since grown to include over 280 specimens, including those from whales, seals, and even human donors. The museum's collection aims to explore the diversity and significance of the male genitalia across species and cultures. Hakaral is made from the meat of the Greenland shark, which is poisonous and inedible when fresh due to high levels of urea and trimethylamine oxide. To make it safe for consumption, the shark's meat is fermented and cured in a multi-step process. First, the meat is buried in sand or gravel for several weeks to allow it to ferment and break down the toxins. After fermentation, the hakaral is hung to dry for several months, developing a strong ammonia smell that can be off-putting to some. Despite its pungent odor, hakaral holds a significant place in Icelandic culinary tradition, dating back centuries when preservation techniques were necessary for survival during the long winters. Iceland holds the distinction of being the most sparsely populated country in Europe. Despite its vast land area, covering approximately 103,000 square kilometers, around 40,000 square miles, the country is home to only around 360,000 inhabitants. This low population density is a result of Iceland's remote location in the North Atlantic Ocean and its challenging climate, characterized by cold winters and relatively mild summers. The majority of the population is concentrated in the capital city, Reykjavik, and its surrounding areas, leaving vast expanses of untouched nature and uninhabited landscapes throughout the rest of the country. Iceland, the land of fire and ice, is not only known for its stunning natural beauty but also for its fascinating geological history. One of the most intriguing facts about Iceland is that it is the youngest landmass in Europe. The island was formed through a combination of volcanic eruptions and tectonic activity along the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a divergent tectonic boundary that runs through the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. This unique geological setting has led to the continuous creation of new land as the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates pull apart, causing magma to rise to the surface and solidify. Iceland's active volcanoes, geysers, and hot springs are a testament to its dynamic geology. The island is still growing, and new eruptions, earthquakes, and land formations are an ongoing part of its geological evolution. One of the most surprising and delightful aspects of Iceland is the absence of mosquitoes. Unlike many other parts of the world, Iceland's unique climate and environmental conditions do not favor the survival and proliferation of these bothersome insects. The country's relatively cool temperatures, especially during its short summers, create an inhospitable environment for mosquitoes to thrive. Additionally, the prevalence of strong winds and the fact that there are very few stagnant bodies of water further contribute to the absence of these pesky pests. The Icelandic language is a fascinating and unique aspect of the country's cultural heritage. The Icelandic language has remained relatively unchanged since medieval times. This linguistic preservation is due to the country's historical isolation from other European societies, which has helped protect and maintain the language's traditional structure and vocabulary. Modern Icelanders can still read ancient texts written over 1,000 years ago, such as the sagas, with relative ease. The Icelandic language has also adopted new terms for modern concepts and technology, but the core grammar and syntax have remained remarkably consistent. Belief in elves and trolls is an intriguing and deeply rooted aspect of Icelandic folklore and culture. Icelanders have a strong belief in supernatural beings, and stories of elves and trolls have been passed down through generations. These mythical creatures are considered to be part of the hidden world, often residing in rocks, hills, and other natural formations. While this belief may seem unusual to outsiders, it is widely accepted and respected in Iceland. In fact, some construction projects have been altered or rerouted to avoid disturbing places believed to be elf habitats. Iceland's utilization of geothermal energy is both impressive and environmentally friendly. Geothermal energy plays a crucial role in heating Icelandic homes, buildings, and greenhouses. This is made possible by tapping into the island's abundant geothermal reservoirs, which are a result of its volcanic activity. Iceland's unique location on the mid-Atlantic ridge provides a steady supply of underground heat, which is harnessed through geothermal power plants. The country's commitment to geothermal energy has led to a significant reduction in its reliance on fossil fuels for heating purposes, making it a leading example of sustainable energy practices. Iceland's experience of the midnight sun is a remarkable and captivating natural phenomenon. During the summer months, typically from late May to mid-July, the northernmost parts of Iceland, including Reykjavik, are bathed in almost continuous daylight. This occurs because of the country's high latitude, which places it close to the Arctic Circle. As a result, the sun doesn't dip far below the horizon, creating a prolonged twilight-like state or, in some areas, 24-hour daylight. Just as the country enjoys the midnight sun during summer, it also encounters an equally captivating natural occurrence during the winter. From late November to late January, Iceland's northernmost regions, including places like Akureyri, experience polar nights, where the sun doesn't rise above the horizon for days or even weeks. This phenomenon occurs due to Iceland's high latitude and its proximity to the Arctic Circle. As a result, daylight hours become significantly reduced, and in the darkest period, the sky may be illuminated only by the moon and stars. Despite the limited daylight, polar nights have their own charm and allure, providing a unique atmosphere for stargazing and witnessing the northern lights dancing across the dark winter sky. Iceland is one of the few NATO countries that does not have a standing army, navy, or air force. Instead, the country relies on its strategic geographical location and its alliance with the United States and other NATO member states for defense purposes. Since its independence from Denmark in 1944, Iceland has maintained a strong commitment to neutrality and demilitarization. However, the absence of a military does not mean Iceland is without protection. The country's defense is ensured through bilateral defense agreements with NATO allies, particularly the US, and the presence of the Iceland Defense Force, IDF. The IDF consists of US military personnel stationed at the Naval Air Station Keflavik, which acts as a key base for monitoring the North Atlantic and ensuring security in the region. Until 1989, beer was actually prohibited in Iceland, making it the only Nordic country where the sale and consumption of beer were banned. The prohibition was a result of a series of strict laws and regulations aimed at controlling alcohol consumption, which began in the early 20th century and gradually expanded to encompass various types of alcoholic beverages. However, on March 1, 1989, the ban on beer was lifted, and the day is now celebrated annually as Beer Day. On this day, Icelanders commemorate their newfound freedom to legally enjoy beer by gathering in bars, restaurants, and public spaces, indulging in the beverage that was once forbidden. Unlike many Western cultures where surnames are inherited and passed down through generations, Icelanders use a patronymic or matronymic naming system. This means that a person's last name is based on the first name of their father, patronymic, or mother, matronymic, with the addition of the suffix son for sons and daughter for daughters. For example, if a father's name is John, his son's last name would be Johnson, and if his daughter's name is Anna, her last name would be John's daughter. This naming tradition has been in use for centuries and is deeply ingrained in Icelandic culture. The system fosters a strong sense of familial connection and heritage and serves as a reminder of the country's Viking history. Iceland has the highest concentration of volcanoes in the world, with around 130 volcanic mountains. On March 20, 2010, the volcano located beneath the Eyjafjallajökull glacier in southern Iceland erupted after nearly 2 centuries of dormancy. The eruption generated massive ash clouds that reached high altitudes, leading to the closure of airspace across Europe for several days. The volcanic ash posed a significant threat to aircraft engines, leading to the cancellation of over 100,000 flights and affecting millions of passengers worldwide. The eruption also caused disruption to local communities in Iceland, with some areas being evacuated due to flood risks from the melting glacier. Despite the chaos it caused, the Eyjafjallajökull eruption also brought attention to Iceland's unique geological landscape and the potential risks posed by its active volcanoes. Due to its high latitude and its location within the Arctic Circle, Iceland is one of the best places in the world to witness this awe-inspiring celestial display. The northern lights are created when charged particles from the sun collide with gases in the Earth's atmosphere, producing stunning curtains of light that dance across the night sky in a myriad of colors. The best time to observe the northern lights in Iceland is during the winter months, when the nights are longest and darkest. The country's rural and sparsely populated areas, away from the bright city lights, provide ideal conditions for a clear view of this natural spectacle. The Icelandic horse is a distinct and ancient breed that has been isolated on the island for over 1,000 years. Due to strict import regulations, no other horse breeds are allowed in Iceland, ensuring the purity of the Icelandic horse lineage. One of the most notable features of these horses is their unique gait called the vitolt, which is a smooth, four-beat gait that allows for a comfortable and stable ride even over rough terrain. The Icelandic horse is known for its friendly and gentle nature, making it a favorite among locals and visitors alike. They are hardy and well adapted to the country's challenging weather conditions, including cold winters and strong winds. Despite being a developed and modern country, Iceland does not have any operational railways. The primary reasons for this are the island's challenging terrain, limited population density, and the availability of other transportation options such as buses and domestic flights. Constructing railways in Iceland would be difficult and costly due to the country's volcanic landscapes and rugged terrain. Instead, Iceland relies on an extensive network of well-maintained roads, both paved and gravel, which connect the major towns and cities. These geothermal wonders are a direct result of the country's unique geological setting. Iceland sits atop the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a tectonic plate boundary where the North American and Eurasian plates are slowly pulling apart. This geothermal activity creates an abundance of underground heat, which in turn powers the country's numerous hot springs and geysers. The most famous geyser in Iceland is Geyser, which has given its name to all geysers worldwide. While Geyser is currently less active, the nearby Strákar Geyser regularly puts on a spectacular show, erupting approximately every 5 to 10 minutes, shooting hot water up to 30 meters, 98 feet, into the air. Despite its small population, Icelanders have a notable affinity for the popular soft drink. In fact, per capita, Iceland consistently ranks as one of the highest consumers of Coca-Cola in the world. The drink's popularity can be attributed to various factors, including Iceland's historical ties with the United States, where Coca-Cola is an iconic beverage, as well as successful marketing campaigns by the company in the country. Additionally, Coca-Cola has become deeply ingrained in Icelandic culture and is often enjoyed during special occasions, gatherings, and celebrations. Iceland is home to the largest puffin colony in the world, with an estimated population of around 10 million. These charming seabirds can be found nesting in various coastal areas and cliffs throughout the country, especially during the breeding season from late April to early August. Known for their striking appearance, with their vibrant orange beaks and striking black and white plumage, puffins are a favorite subject for photographers and birdwatchers alike. Their ability to fly effortlessly and dive deep into the ocean to catch fish makes them fascinating creatures to observe in their natural habitat. Located in Vatnajökull National Park in the northeast of Iceland, Dettifoss is a breathtaking sight to behold. The waterfall is formed by the Jökulsá River, which flows from the Vatnajökull Glacier. As the river plunges over the edge, it creates a thundering cascade with a width of about 100 meters, 328 feet, and a height of approximately 45 meters, 148 feet. The sheer force and volume of water make Dettifoss an impressive spectacle, and the mist rising from its base adds to the dramatic ambience. The surrounding area is relatively remote and untouched, further enhancing the waterfall's natural beauty. Geothermal pools are an essential part of Icelandic life and are found throughout the country, even in small towns and remote regions. Icelanders embrace the geothermal waters for relaxation, socializing, and health benefits. The pools are heated naturally by the Earth's geothermal energy, providing a warm and soothing escape, even in the coldest winter months. The Blue Lagoon, located near Reykjavik, is one of the most famous geothermal spas in Iceland and attracts numerous visitors each year. Icelanders are known to be among the most literate people in the world, with a deep appreciation for literature and storytelling. The Icelandic language, which has remained relatively unchanged since medieval times, plays a significant role in this literary culture. Iceland has a rich history of storytelling, with ancient sagas being a prominent part of its literary heritage. These sagas are epic tales that recount the heroic deeds, adventures, and genealogies of early settlers and historical figures in Iceland. Today, modern Icelanders continue to embrace their literary heritage, and the country boasts a high number of authors, poets, and book publications per capita. Despite its name, Iceland has very few trees, and its landscape is largely characterized by grasslands, moss-covered lava fields, and barren volcanic terrains. The main reasons for the lack of forests in Iceland are the island's harsh climate, frequent volcanic eruptions, and historical human activities. The climate, with its strong winds, cold temperatures, and limited sunlight during the winter months, makes it difficult for trees to grow and thrive. Additionally, volcanic eruptions have disrupted and destroyed vegetation in the past. Furthermore, early settlers in Iceland extensively used wood for building materials, fuel, and other purposes, leading to the depletion of the island's forests. The Arctic fox, also known as the white fox or polar fox, is the only native land mammal in Iceland. These adorable creatures have adapted remarkably well to Iceland's harsh and ever-changing climate. During the winter, their fur turns thick and white, providing excellent camouflage in the snowy landscape, while in the summer, their coat becomes brown or gray. Arctic foxes are known for their resourcefulness and intelligence, often scavenging for food and caching surplus supplies during the winter months to sustain themselves during leaner times. Though shy and elusive, visitors to Iceland may catch a glimpse of these charming creatures in some remote and secluded areas. The Alþingi is one of the oldest functioning parliaments in the world, established in 930 AD, making Iceland a pioneer in democratic governance. The establishment of the Alþingi took place at Ingvellir, a historic site located in a rift valley where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates meet. Every year, representatives from various regions would gather at Ingvellir to discuss laws, settle disputes, and make important decisions for the community. Iceland's water sources are mainly derived from glaciers, which act as natural filters, purifying the water as it slowly melts and trickles through layers of volcanic rock. This unique geological process results in water that is naturally free from pollutants and contaminants, making it safe to drink straight from the tap without the need for additional treatment. The water's high purity and mineral content also give it a refreshing and crisp taste, making it a delight for locals and visitors alike. Iceland has consistently ranked high in global gender equality indexes and has been a pioneer in promoting women's rights and equal opportunities. Women in Iceland hold prominent roles in various spheres, including politics, business, and academia. The country's commitment to gender equality is reflected in policies such as paid parental leave, affordable childcare, and efforts to close the gender pay gap. Iceland was the first country in the world to elect a female president in 1980, and the country's parliament, the Alþingi, has also seen a significant increase in female representation over the years. Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland, is the northernmost capital city in the world. Reykjavik holds this distinctive title due to Iceland's geographic location near the Arctic Circle. Despite its northerly position, Reykjavik enjoys a relatively mild coastal climate, thanks to the influence of the Gulf Stream. This unique combination of being both the northernmost capital and benefiting from the Gulf Stream makes Reykjavik a captivating destination for travelers looking to experience a blend of Arctic charm and comfortable living conditions. That was all for today's video, and thank you for watching it. Which fact did you like the most? Let us know in the comments. Check out the description for some travel tips. See you next time.